Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, today we will discuss about the design issue of a distributed operating system and how the design issue should be concerned to address and the solution given and implementation of an Hadoop technology as a solution to the design issues. Multiplicity of processors and the machines that is to be transparent to the users of the distributed operating system is a real challenge for the designer of DOS. So, the user process can remotely access the data while logged into another remote machine as well as copy the file to the data to its own local machine and access the remote files as a local file system is a transparency problem that the designer issues features. Now, when the designers faces such issues, then it should be maintained some kinds of concurrency control as well as a distributed nature within that operating system that would provide the transparency among these data. Now, if the computation speed up and the type of this computation migration and process migration supports within the DOS, then it provides a more transparent way other than using a single scalable way. Another aspect of transparency is mobility. Whenever, say, a machine is forced to imply its access on that particular machine, then the machine is not mobile. If the machine is mobile, that is that it can be get copied to another hardware or another software transparency so that the transparency can be done at this designing issues. So the mobility should be provided to the user's machines so that they can be mobile to any hardware platform or to any software platform for specifying its intended task. And along with this transparency, the major problem during this DOS designing is the scalability. As we know, with the load sharing and the computation speed up, we need to share some loads that is being overloaded for a system and another is likely not having that much jobs. So we can be load share from that loaded system to this much job needed system. But what if that the loaded system is having an extra amount of job as well as the system that is considering a less job but will be get overflowed if the load is shared from it to them. So in this situation, the system must be scalable so that the system can be again add spare resources to it when the loaded again overflowed. Now say for an example that a IO system is required for an IO subsystem if there are more machines on which the software should be transferred. So the machine, if not scalable, then it would be a real overhead for the DOS to design such an issue where the scalability is not done gracefully and the performance would be deteriorated in any case. Now, as the scalable system should be done in graceful way, so we need to take care of the fault tolerance mechanism. As we know for the fault tolerance that if a simple system is get overloaded, so the system is get divided with some subtasks to some other process machines so that the system can be done in a less fault way. Now, if the graceful sublimity is not there, then all the sublimity can be attended by the particular process and cannot get the fault tolerance mechanism done. So to get the fault tolerance, there should be enough spare resources on which the load can be shared by the DOS other than using the system machines which are actually having some loads. Now facilities like Hadoop technology based on to solution of this problem. Like the Hadoop supports the Google's Remap and the Google's file mapping system to support a web browser and a web page activities links when the web client can link on that particular activity and the web page will create an image of that activity. Now say suppose thousands of users are involved in this type of activity so that the big data recommendation is supported by this Hadoop technology, where it maintains a scalable resources, that is a scalable machine which can be added up to spare resources to it whenever it is necessary. So if a web browser program is used by many of the users, then depending on the user's number, more spare resources will be added to it. Like for pertaining from a terabyte to an XB bytes and to the nanobytes. So in this way, we can say example of the design issues of a DOS, which should be first take care of the transparency and next it should take care of the scalability of a particular system. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned with Ekeeda and subscribe to Ekeeda.